Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Kerbal Space Program. I'm your host, Calvin, and I'm just looking at our launch position over here on this weird, freaky Africa. And the moon's coming in, so I think now would be a proper launch time. Recently, I've been looking towards getting close to, perhaps doing a lunar flyby. And I modified a design that I had before. Some people may just remember this monstrous rocket. It was the rocket that nearly killed Jebediah Kerman. Dun 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 dun. Anyway, I modified it. Most of the modifications are at the top. The engine system and stability is still just fine. However, I have made a few modifications here. The first is that we now have a bunch of SAS, which is automated flight controls, which stabilize us and help keep us straight, which was a huge issue. To power this, we now have a whole frig load of batteries that are just kind of lining around the materials bay. And up here, we've got 8 radially mounted parachutes. I don't have lander legs yet, so I need something to slow me down. Some goop containers, and another parachute up there just for good luck, as well as, you know, the antenna. Alright, so this is the Flyby Mark 1. It is more or less designed to get us to fly around the moon. I don't know if we're actually going to get a sustained lunar orbit for any period of time. And this is, you know, kind of just an attempt. Yes, slightly unstable. We really are going to need some stuff soon. Although I don't really need my throttle. Let's go. Zoom out a little bit so it's quieter, because these spaceships, no matter how much I turn them down, they are just so loud. But yeah, as you can see, we're managing to go pretty much straight up. We're leaning just a little bit, but it's hardly our doom. It's hardly our doom. We'll be okay. KSP. We are not going any reasonable amount of distance with that, or any reasonable speed. That's okay. We're getting up. We're getting up here on the speed here, or the height. So when I ditch these, it's gonna be like we've launched, you know, 1,000 some odd meters into the air, and going through this atmosphere, that's a lot of fuel that we're actually, you know, saving doing this. And go. Now we're really going to start picking up speed. We basically launched additionally from around 2,000 meters. So that's a great start. And now you can see we're accelerating at a quite reasonable rate, I would like to add. I wonder if the weight of these change at all during burning. Seems like they should. Oh well. Come on, SAS. I know you can do it. Anyway, how's our electricity holding? Looks just okay for the moment. This will begin to recharge. Okay, we are leaning a little bit. I need to adjust that between the next fire phase, I think. Oh, there's some puffy clouds from something else. Okay, looks like SAS has adjusted itself, so let's go. And now we've launched from about 8,000 meters for the smaller craft. We're still on the third burn. Third set of these devices. Solid fuel boosters. And already our apoapsis is getting close to atmosphere leaving point. We're up to 20,000. Like, this should probably be enough to get us out of the atmosphere. Like, you can very quickly see how quickly we are accelerating at this phase. And, you know, it's probably the wreckage of our last attempt at launching something. Okay, so we're looking at 80,000, yeah. Now, with any luck, and assuming I did the math right, everything's okay. Let's let them separate just a little bit before we fire. Very good. Engage the engine. And away we go. We have a ton of fuel for this. And rightfully so, we have a long distance to travel to get to the Mun. A very long distance indeed. We are now exiting the atmosphere. I'm gonna go up to level 2 time warp here and try and speed things up. This is one of those things that... I wonder if this is going to destabilize us. Okay, the SAS seems to correct it. Okay. This will go up rather quite slowly for now, but the farther the apoapsis gets out, the quicker the acceleration is. If you ask me why, I had to say that's related to Earth, well, I was going to say Earth, Kerbin's gravity. The farther away we are from the gravitational pull of it, the easier it becomes to accelerate. Didn't seem to stop me last time. Okay, okay. Come on, I need to reset this damn computer. To that dot. I should have done it there. Alright. A little closer, a little closer. There we go. Yeah, this is not probably going to be the quickest thing, I'm afraid. But, you know, it should be alright. Like I said, I think we should be able to do a flyby of the moon here. But you'll notice that now this is going up much quicker than it was when it was at 100,000. And once we get to 1,000,000, you should notice it start to accelerate very quickly. Okay, we're at 6 minutes. This is totally going up faster than it should be. Oh, that's the time until we reach the apoapsis. What? That's not the mission time. That can't be the mission time. That's not going at all. Oh well. Okay, so we're still got a long ways to go though. We've burned through half the fuel. Yeah, I don't think we're gonna have enough to get a sustained lunar orbit, and have the ability to break the orbit, but we'll see. We have been burning this for probably a solid couple minutes now, so. My math is right. I should be able to hit it. I punched some numbers into a calculator, and assuming my remaining knowledge of calculus is good, which I really would not be surprised to find out it's not. I mean, we could always do some really far-out research if we end up out here before coming back down. That would be kind of neat, I suppose. Wait, what? Is there something out there I missed? Oh, there it is. Okay. It's gonna come for us. This... Okay, that doesn't seem right. I guess I'm just flipped upside down. Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. See, this is what I meant. Okay. Let's keep the throttle more or less at minimum. Let it crawl out a little here. We'll give it 33%. Oh, shh. Okay, yeah, we've got that. We still have some fuel. Once we are, yeah, I'm on a counter, I'm on escape at 4 hours, 21 minutes, 2 hours, 51 minutes. Yeah, alright. So, my math was more or less right. We should be able to do a flyby. I'm not doing it correctly in order to do a... We're just going to get an encounter and do a flyby here. The reason that we aren't going to do it is we're coming in a little... I suppose actually speeding up, and I might be able to get an orbit. To take the SAS off. Okay, facing northward, I would want to be burning in this direction. I really should probably figure out how to learn these maneuver things. Add a maneuver. What? Whoa, 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 here. Okay. Can I just delete this? Try that again. Let's try and use this maneuver again here. The periapsis. In theory, a retro... No, that's fine. In theory, a retrograde burn. No, retrograde burn would be the would be less efficient. It'd just be best to scrap that. At the Mun encounter, add a maneuver. I would want to be. I have no idea what the hell I'm doing. I have absolutely no idea what the frig I'm... Yeah. Estimated burn, yeah, no. I have no idea what I'm doing with these maneuvers, but what I want to say is I want to burn in this direction and try and establish an orbit, but either way, we have a long way out of here, so we're going to begin a nice long time warp here. Okay, we are 1 minute from the Mun encounter. Very good. This is actually an okay time. Alright, so if I want to look at the Mun from Kerbin. No. I want to move in the other direction. I want to burn in this direction. Because that's the way the Mun's moving. And that's most of the reason why. Okay. SAS, work your magic. Not really working that magic, huh? Okay, come on. Okay, there we go. Okay. I think we're good here. I think we're good. I want to be burning at that point right there. Lock. And the Mun escape. Okay, this is... There we go, burn around. Okay, we are now on a collision course. Well, shit. I may have fucked this up. Okay, well, you know what? Let's warp ahead a little bit here and... Okay, yeah. We are currently on a rather arduous path, which is to say directly into the Mun. Yeah. Okay, so this was not a good idea. I was always a better engineer than I was a pilot, but if I go to the 180, I should be able to burn my way back and hopefully survive with my remaining amount of fuel. Alright. Okay. It's too quick. No. I have to let the SAS kick in and do its work. The SAS knows exactly where to put it. On the other hand, I'd like to do a really close flyby if I could. You know, kind of go around it. It'd be kind of neat. Okay. This is okay. I'd really... Yeah, if I can just burn a little more on the correct point, that would be amazing. But the SAS is less than competent. Slow the frig down. Slow it down. Okay, slow it down. I'm going to take the SAS off because it is generally incompetent at trying to do something with this limited steering. It's very good for the more precision stuff, but I think the more general stuff is better handled by a human because the SAS just loves to overcorrect. Okay. Oop, little too much there. Okay. Slow it in. Golden. Okay, enough. Okay, we have a periapsis of 17,000. That's actually not bad if I wanted to establish a Mun orbit. I think I've got the fuel to do it. But you know what? First things first, we're going to do an EVA up here. That's the first thing we need to do. EVA report. Observations about the situation. While in space high over the Mun. Keep the data. And head back on in. We will now observe the mystery goo. The goo feels right at home here. Alright, we will keep the data. Very good. The materials bay. I'm probably going to reset it. Can I even access the materials bay? There we go. Observe the materials bay. Cause a few samples to glow. Looks like this would be fun to paint a rocket with this. I'll be keeping that. but I'm still going to reset the materials bay. Because I want to do it when we're much closer to the mun. Around the periapsis, we should actually be able to initiate a burn. Tell me, what kind of maneuver we're looking at here? At this point, if I wanted to create an orbit, I would do that. I want to use the minimum amount of fuel. Very good. Estimated burn will be 4 seconds. Wow, that's not much. All right. Okay. That shouldn't be too bad. I think we have enough space to do that. Yeah. Okay. Okay. That's not bad. We should be able to get a lunar orbit, which will just make recovery of this craft more valuable. The problem I'm worried about is that, yeah, do I have enough fuel? I should definitely have enough fuel to do a retrograde once we escape the mun. Once we successfully escape the mun, which we'll do by firing forward at the periapsis to extend our apoapsis, I should definitely be able to retrograde burn and slow down, hopefully get back down to Kerbal. If not, that's what the antenna are for. And Jebediah will be lost forever, ever. No, I'll figure out how to rescue him. we're leaving him trapped. But either way, let's go forward then. Because I feel like the data that I could gather here would be much more valuable if I'm much closer to the mun. Ooh, okay, we're closing in fast. And 17,000 is our periapsis region. We are pretty much at our periapsis now, I believe. Closing in. How close is this? 17,000. Oh, this is 170. Oops. Missed a digit. 40, 30, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Ooh, alright. We are pretty close here. Not bad, actually, for a first attempt. Like I've said before, and I'll say it again, I'm a much better engineer than I am a goddamn pilot. I miss you, Mech Jeb. 20,000. Alright, once we're under... Yeah, we're under 20,000 now. So, let's observe the mystery goo. Doot. While in space near the mun, I will keep that data. You, begin your EVA. EVA report. Just above the mun's midlands. Keep the data. And board. Alright, we've got a whole pile of decent data here now. And just above the mun's midlands, I would like to observe the materials bay. Well, alright, keep the data. Alright, we have successfully done this. And right now would be a proper time to do a retrograde burn, it looks like. So let's get to that. This is the right one, right? I think. Yeah, it is. Okay, the little X there means the direction we're facing from. We'll want to slow down a little bit. I'll do a couple of what do you call them? Things. Okay, and we're golden. Retrograde burn. Slow her down a little. Okay, we are now in a lunar orbit. I want to do at least one... Ooh, okay, enough camera. I want to do a spin around the moon. I think the orbit's stable. Stable enough. Yeah, we're getting a little too close to the surface. But otherwise, pretty good. Okay, I'm pleased with how this is going. But we successfully managed to make a flyby. Oh god, turn off the SAS. Turn off the SAS. Turn off the SAS. Speed 1, off with the SAS. Oh wow, didn't. I guess during speed up the SAS doesn't use any resources. Probably for the best. Okay. So tune in next time, I suppose, because next time we're going to have to hope we have enough fuel for a return trip, which I think we do. I hope we do. I believe we do. Really, this craft was only made for the initial flyby that I wanted to do, but silly me, I got greedy. But there was like several hundred science points on board here. It'd be great if I get like a friggin' sample of the friggin' mun, but that ain't gonna happen. We know that. I don't even have lander tech yet, so not a damn chance in all hell of me getting that. Oh well. Anyway, this has been fun, guys. We've managed to get a lunar orbit. That's a pretty decent achievement, actually. Well, I would like to thank everybody for watching. As always, this has been your lovely host, Calvin, signing off.